Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Yesterday was a very sad day for the United States of America, actually, and nobody on the news that I know reported this, but the latest illegal immigrant numbers, that is an estimate by the federal government, went up substantially. When the last presidential election campaign was being run, the federal government, under Mushbrains, was estimating that there were 10 million illegal immigrants in the United States of America. Now, 10 million illegals is a lot. There's no two ways about it. But then shortly after Trump took office, those numbers significantly changed. And then, within a couple weeks of the Trump administration, they were saying, well, no, we now think those numbers are more like 20 million illegals in the United States of America because Mushbrain let so many in during the last 4 years. Well, that was a doubling of what the federal government under Mushbrain said. Well, then it was determined, because Mushbrain gave a lot of those illegal statuses just by saying, oh, we want amnesty. They didn't meet the criteria for amnesty, but he gave it to them and let them have Social Security numbers, let them get Medicaid. These guys got driver's licenses, and like in California, they got to vote on the motor ID laws they got. And then because he did all that, it turns out that Mushbrain, during his 4 years, let 20 million in. Well, they're doing revised numbers, and now the federal government's released, well, no, there must be some place, and they gave a range, between 35 million and 40 million illegals in the United States. Well, that's the population of Canada. You know? It's like the population of Texas. That's how many illegals we got in here. Now, through deportation and the deportation program, where they let them self-deport, they think through like the first 9 months, basically 8-9 months of the Trump administration, 2 million have left. Well, think about it. You got, sorry, my phone's going. You got 2 million of the 35 to 40 million illegal aliens in this country to leave. Well, that's scratching the surface at best. Now, I know that with the assets that ICE has and other people, it's just scratching the surface, actually. Now, if Trump gets rid of, say, 3 million people a year during his 4 years, well, that would just be 12 million people, or I'm sorry, yeah, 4 years times 2 or times 3 is 12 million illegals gone. We have 35 to 40 million in the country. So what am I saying? I'm saying Trump cannot deport fast enough to get rid of these people in any kind of real time. You know, realistically, you're talking about deporting for 40 years before you get them all, or most of them. Probably never get them all. A bunch of them will probably die before the deportation can happen. Meanwhile, these guys are living off of us. We're finding out that, yeah, they got Medicaid. Some of them got Social Security numbers, got on Medicare. They're voting as citizens. They're driving regular cars plus big trucks, which, you know, both are illegal if you're not a U.S. citizen. If you don't at least have a resident alien card, you're not allowed to have a driver's license in this country. It's against federal law, but they do. You got states like California, which are total crap. And then in those numbers are saying there may be as many as 15 million illegals in the state of California. They have about 55 million population. A huge percentage of the population of California is illegal. This is out of control. Totally out of control. In more ways than one, with what... No wonder the Democrats wanted so many illegals in the country, because they really, literally are their voters. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about today is when Trump was at the Association of Southeast Asian Nations this past week, he did get 4 countries to sign up to sell us rare earth minerals, which I reported earlier, but I only knew about 2. They are Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. All have signed agreements with us. And just before Donald Trump, the week before Donald Trump left for the ASEAN conference, he signed a deal with Australia, and he's opened up our rare earth mineral mines in this country. He had to do that to take away all Chinese leverage on rare earth minerals, which I think he's going to go ahead with all this to make sure that is permanently removed from China. So we'll see how it goes. Upcoming, he just signed agreements with both Japan and South Korea. Now next is China. We'll see how that goes. But China's their only leverage is being eliminated by Trump. So I think we're going to get to see a good agreement with China for us, not nearly as good for them. All right, thank you. That's all I got for today. Bye-bye.